Okay, you receive your pre-bout instructions. Keep it clean. Obey my commands at all times. And most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Trunks are good. Touch them up. Good luck.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with you ringside tonight. Tim, it's one thing to say Keyshawn Davis is the bluest of blue chips, but it's another thing to understand why. Why do you consider him in that very, very elite tier of prospects?
Well, first of all, Tess, just because you were a great amateur doesn't mean that you're going to be a great pro. But the quicker you can band it, that amateur style, and adjust to the pros, the faster you're going to move forward in here. And that's what this young man has. He has adjusted to the pros quickly. You're going to understand, he's a master of controlling distance. He fights the fight on his terms. Any distance he wants to fight at, inside, outside, mid-range, it doesn't matter. He can do it all in there.
And then has a punishing finishing kick to him as well.
The only thing that I'm waiting for him to be tested is the chin. We always worry about that with a fighter. As soon as he gets hit flush with a big shot, we want to see how he reacts. See if he'll fight back or fight smart.
31-year-old Yigit from Stockholm, Sweden, fought for the world title in 2018. He was TKO'd in 7 against Ivan Baranchek.
See, what you're seeing from Davis right now is he's changing the distance up. He'll get in range, get out of range. He'll move to the side. He'll move off the line. He's confusing Yigit, not allowing him to know when he's going to actually commit with a punch. Yigit is a southpaw. Southpaws usually look to line up that backhand. Orthodox fighters are usually looking to line up the right hand.
Right now, Yigit is seeing a steady dose of Keyshawn Davis's jab. Then he comes with the power hand, that backhand, and then goes to the body with a left hand against Yigit.
See, the position that the Orthodox fighter is looking for, he's looking to get outside control. So pay attention to the lead foot of Davis. When he throws the right hand, 9 times out of 10, he will have his left foot on the outside of Yigit's.
You can see what an effort Yigit is putting forth to try to get that outside foot position. With it, throwing the left hand twice. A check hook that time by Keyshawn Davis.
He hurt him with that shot right there. Did you see Yigit shake it out, shake his hands out? And that's the shot right there that Davis has to be leery of. That looping left hand. Yigit would change his levels, drop down, and loop that left hand over the top.
Davis able to close that range, working behind the jab, then comes with the straight right hand to the body, partially blocked by Yigit.
Tess, it seems like Keyshawn's getting off to a quicker start than we usually see him. He usually takes his time and downloads information. He says he wants to beat his opponent mentally first, but he looked like he's getting after it. He's not finding a hard time landing his shots.
5 seconds.
He's been landing clean punches this entire round.
And of one, a dynamic ratio of punches landed when you go through the numbers of Shakur Stevenson. 3-to-1 ratio he outlands his opponents. In terms of those who don't call out his name, this is a WBC lightweight title eliminator. The winner of tonight's fight, our main event, is in position to fight for the world championship at 135 pounds. Yet Isaac Cruz, William Zepeda, George Kambosos, who has recently had the belts, all said no. They will take a pass on Shakur Stevenson. It's Shuichiro Yoshino, the undefeated Japanese fighter, who said yes, and give him credit for that. Round number 2 here. In the first round, Keyshawn Davis had a 12-7 connect advantage. He was 12 of 40. 7 of those were power punches.
The moral of the story with Shakur Stevenson, no one wants to get embarrassed. That's just it. You don't necessarily, you would think that him not being a power puncher, that people will fear him. They fear him. Fighters fear him because they do not want to get humiliated.
Yigit trying to corral Davis in that corner.
I actually like that hook that Davis is throwing. He's pulling, he's stepping left, getting outside, and he's swinging the left hook. And sometimes you'll have his foot on the inside. in foot position and he lands the hook. You know, we talk about the right hands all the time, Tess, against the southpaw. You know, it's a straight line from the right side of an orthodox fighter, right on the chin of the southpaw. But we never talk too much about the left hook. It's a valuable weapon against the southpaw.
Davis showing us some of his movement as well here in round number 2. Both his footwork to get away and his upper body movement defensively. Veteran referee Benji Esteves.
Let's keep it clean. Come on.
Well, Yigit is landing on his second attempt, so he'll cross that threshold and he'll be in some kind of like different position or an awkward position, but then he'll let the second shot go, and sometimes he lands on Davis.
Good double jab from Davis moments ago. Also switched things up, and there's a straight right hand that he led with, and then the 1-2 that backs it up.
Yeah, but he stepped to the 45 angle to land that, to make the left hand of Yigit miss. See, orthodox fighters can do the same thing that a southpaw do. Southpaws usually use that 45-degree angle off to the side with their back foot. They'll pull it off left and throw the left hand.
No punching, no punching, no
Going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll tell you about a big announcement that's coming up live during this Top Rank ESPN show. Don't go anywhere. Round number 3, as we told you, this is the second appearance in Newark, New Jersey for Keyshawn Davis. And then we saw him at Madison Square Garden in New York on Heisman night. He has a 14-5 connect advantage in that last round. Yet to be outlanded by an opponent in total connects in now his 35 rounds as a pro. Joining us live will be Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez at the conclusion of this fight. That was a slip. So Teofimo Lopez, the former king of this division, the lightweights that are in our focus with both this fight and then Shakur Stevenson. And Josh Taylor, recently the owner of all 4 belts at junior welterweight, will be live with us after this Keyshawn Davis, Anthony Yigit fight. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Bomac in the corner of Keyshawn, and he says he's doing well, but I want him to stay in the pocket more because Yigit is wide with his punches, and I think we can break him down inside.
Bomac, the trainer of Keyshawn Davis, a.k.a. Brian McIntyre, the longtime cornerman of welterweight champion Bud Crawford.
A lot of low-level feints. Lead guard feints. That's that looping shot right there.
The left hand from Yigit was just off the mark.
Yigit will lean to his right and kind of hide that left hand.
3-punch combination from Keyshawn Davis. It started with the hook to the body. Right hand to the body. Just a straight, solid right to the body. And now he gets to the inside. 3-punch combination ends with a right hand upstairs. Good work from Davis. In control, stepping forward. Having success here in round 3. Yigit trying to inch forward. Close that gap. And an uppercut meets him when he crosses that threshold. And he backs away.
Don't push, don't push. Come on, don't push.
See the physicality of Keyshawn Davis. Another hook up top with a straight left to the body. He's had success with that straight right, to the body, and then took an angle, dug in with a left hand to the body, and in doing so against the southpaw, a clash of heads. You can see Keyshawn immediately putting that glove to his left eye.
Take your time. 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Ouch. Tess, I got a lot of experience with that. A lot of experience. That hurts.
Let me know when you're ready, right? Stay here.
And Keyshawn,
be careful with your head,
you
okay?
can see the pain he's going through. The pain
there is no blood.
Going through. There isn't any blood, but it still stings, still bothers him, still bothers you.
You good? You just don't retaliate, okay? Let's go. Time in.
So pause in the action with the clash of heads here in round number 3 that affected
5 seconds.
Keyshawn Davis. End of 3.
Great instructions right there from Bomac. He was letting them know exactly what he needs to do. A lot of times you get trainers that just tell you what you should do, but they don't tell you how to do it.
Look at the connect percentage for Davis, as you saw him at 37% of his thrown punches connecting against Yigit. Yigit only at 11%. That plus-minus gap is something we will key in on later tonight when we frame the story of Shakur Stevenson. He has the best plus-minus in all of boxing in the hit and don't get hit style of boxing. Davis in control here in the midst of round 4. Bernardo.
I just spoke with Eric Skoglund, who is Yigit's trainer, and he wants him to move to his right, throw the left to the body, and then follow it up with a right to the head of Keyshawn.
And stay away from that right hand that just came in from Keyshawn Davis. Four-punch combination, doubling up the right hand to the body. Loves the right hand to the body, Timmy.
It's a great shot. It's a great punch to land on the southpaw. Lines up perfectly to the body. Ooh, and the left hook, and then he rolled under the lead hand of Yigit and caught him with another left hook.
12 body connects to this point.
The accuracy, the skill set that you're seeing from Davis, superb.
Yigit able to get to the inside for a moment, and Davis just swatted him away.
Well, Davis is taking some off the glove. Some of it is making contact, but Davis doesn't feel any pop from Yigit, so he doesn't respect his offense. Yigit right now is doing his best to make things difficult for the younger Davis, but Davis doesn't seem phased at all by any of the tactics that he's trying to use.
Davis just using that jab to put him into that blue corner, and when he does, firing off the 3-punch combination.
So you can tell that Yigit's not comfortable, Tess. Very jittery in there. Moving left, moving right. He doesn't want to get hit with those big shots from Davis.
Left uppercut just snapped his head up. Remember, Teofimo Lopez and Josh Taylor live with Mark Kriegel at the conclusion of this fight.
The end is near, Tess.
5 seconds.
The end is near.
Right now, the end of round 4 is near.
Time.
Well, this was the moment just earlier tonight when the Olympian, the 2-division world champion, the hometown hero, Shakur Stevenson, arrived at his locker room. And Timmy, he received a custom ping pong table. I knew you went back and had a visit with Shakur, and everybody was gathered around there. His grandfather and trainer, Wally Moses, was sitting there playing a little ping pong.
Yeah.
Shakur's reaction? Can I take that home with me? Absolutely, it's your gift. Welcome home.
It's awesome. You know, when you're on top, everybody want to be close to you, one. And I'm going to tell you, you take everything that's free. Anything that's free, you take it, because when you're not on top, they're not going to show you that same love.
Well, right now, Shakur Stevenson has been on top of 2 weight classes, and he's looking to conquer a 3rd. Keyshawn Davis in the midst of round 5 here against Anthony Yigit, and then the big man comes your way. That is Jared Anderson, 13-0 with 13 knockouts. He's up against George Arias, the 18-0 Bronx-based heavyweight. Heavyweight action coming up. We'll see if Jared Anderson can keep the knockout streak alive. 13 straight knockouts to start his career. Davis utilizing that left hand with success.
More accuracy too, Tess. More accuracy. Yigit's having his spots. He had it about 20 seconds ago.
Watch time. Stop.
You can see redness around the left side of the face of Yigit.
Let's go.
See,
There's that wide sweeping left
pushing.
hand.
What Yigit is doing, he's just being reactive. So as soon as he sees Davis coming in, he'll land a few combinations, but as soon as he sees Davis get relaxed on the inside, that's when he let his hands go.
Davis just picked his spots moments ago, caught him with that right hand. Yigit trying to be the aggressor on the inside. Davis has no problem with that. Landing a left hook, coming back with the right hand before going shoulder to shoulder in the separation of the break from Benji Esteves.
Yeah, Yigit is showing some elusiveness inside the ring. I mean, Davis was complaining to his trainer and saying, Bomac saying that, hey, it's really hard to throw combinations because he's so slippery, so elusive. You know, but when you have that problem, what you need to do is you need to pay attention downstairs. The body is the bigger target. The body was turned and twisting things, but it's attached to the body. The head can be moved.
Look at this work from Davis. Excellent job tripling up that left hook. 2 times upstairs, once to the body, and then a straight right hand, and now having a lot of success going to the right uppercut as well.
Floodgates are open now. Yigit is standing still.
Another body shot comes in, combination with a series of uppercuts as Yigit tries to fight back, but he is taking and eating and getting beaten by Davis. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley ringside here in Brick City. That was a dominating final minute of round number 5 by Keyshawn Davis. Tim, take us through it.
Stop. Keep your mouth shut.
Just
Keep your mouth shut.
tons of accuracy here by the young man. Just letting his hands go inside the pocket. Yigit just out of position. Got those earmuffs on, leaving a ton of openings around the guards of Yigit.
Davis landed a fight-high 25 power punches in that 5th round, and he's picking up that similar pace here early on in round 6. Look at the power punch numbers, 51% for Keyshawn Davis.
Come on, guys, it's box. That's all.
A lot of talking going on there. You know, Davis, he just seems like the type, he just tries to beat you mentally. You know, he likes to get in his fighters' heads or his opponent's heads.
Enough, Anthony.
And this is a very experienced guy in terms of Yigit, a guy who's fought for a world championship, a guy who has been an Olympian, a guy who's famous back home in Sweden. In fact, he's going to go back home and be on a reality competition show that's going to start filming immediately.
See a lot of things off the front foot from Davis. Stand directly in front of Yigit, making him miss and then making him pay.
Closing that distance, chopping down with the right hand, coming back with a left hook, and now getting him into that corner again, probing with the left hand, landing it to the body. Yigit clearly not posing much of a threat to him when he's in that pocket, as he's just bullying here in these middle rounds.
Complete control, Tess. He has complete control of Yigit. Yigit only lands on Davis when Davis allows him to.
Yigit coming in with that left hand. Oh, look at that work from the left of Davis. Uppercut, hook, hook. Goes back to the left uppercut. To the right uppercut. He's just having fun here in round 6, Timmy.
Target practice. Here it comes, Tess.
Excellent work from Keyshawn Davis.
Right now, Keyshawn is managing his energy right now, and he feels Yigit is starting to wear down a bit, so he's pouring on the combinations.
Doubles up the left uppercut again. Excellent combinations. Christian Colbert is the cut man in the corner of Anthony Yigit. He was trying to tame that nose as it was bleeding throughout the between corners, is sitting on a stool. That's from all the uppercuts, Timmy, that he ate from Davis.
Splitting the guard right there, lead uppercut. 2 punches right there that you rarely ever see against the southpaw. Seeing Davis land him flush. Taking advantage of that high guard that Yigit is deferred him to every time he's close to him.
So here's Keyshawn Davis, who comes in 7-0 and has said, listen, just advance my career, guys, as fast as you can. And now he's 39 rounds into his career, and he's yet to be outlanded by an opponent. Yigit had his best round in the last round, and it was the first round any opponent has ever had double-digit connects against Keyshawn Davis.
Because he allowed him to. You know, sometimes you need your opponent to get comfortable and let his hands go. And when anytime your opponent, your hands leave your face, Tess, there's openings. And he understands that. He's looking to punch in between the shots of Yigit.
But still, with that, Davis able to go 31 of 55. And now here, round 7, touching him with that left hook to the body again.
That's going to be the stoppage right there. The left hook to the liver is where he's going to stop.
Yigit comes back with a short right hand on the inside. Keyshawn pounds his chest and said, yeah, I have no problem with that.
Yigit's in survival mode right now. That's what he's in, survival mode.
They are talking and jawing right up against each other as blood continues to stream down from the nose of Yigit. And Yigit says, meet me right here in the middle of the ring. Blood pouring from his nose, from his mouth. See if Keyshawn draws him in here.
He ain't winning the fight. Y'all that screaming and hollering and yelling. Watch what happens.
Yigit playing to the crowd, but getting much of the same punishment.
This ain't no game show, Tess. This is real.
Now what, he says to him, now what? Meanwhile, his mouth is streaming blood, his nose is streaming blood, and it's getting a little rough there. Benji Esteves is going to take control of him.
Come on, guys, come on. Time in.
A little frustration sinking in on Davis.
Good work on the inside from Davis. Got the best of that exchange. Yigit, I think, is desperate in knowing his only hope is to have this become an all-out brawl and just land something. Land a lottery ticket kind of punch. You can hear the thud coming from Davis's work.
5 seconds.
Big crowd here in Newark, New Jersey, Prudential Center, because it is Shakur Stevenson' second straight fight.
Anthony, knock it off.
Back at home. Shakur Stevenson will be coming up in the main event against the undefeated contender from Tokyo, Japan, Shuichiro Yoshino. This is the scene right now in the locker room of Shakur.
No punching. Don't fucking come in and kiss me. Come on, let's go.
A big smile that always lights up every arena as he's been watching his good friend Keyshawn Davis in the midst of round number 8. Keyshawn commanding performance with a 143-50 connect advantage against the former title challenger Anthony Yigit.
Crowd's getting a little restless.
Loading up on those left hands, now backs him up with 2 headshots. Those white trunks are turning pink on Yigit. Series of punches up top. Left uppercut comes in. Some head movement from Yigit just to stay in it. And now showboats in the corner as Keyshawn smothers him.
That's just the only way Yigit's standing in this fight, Tess. He's psychologically psyching himself out to stay in this fight. He's taking a beating right now from Davis.
Keyshawn standing right in front. Just little shoulder rolls, little parries, blocking with his arms and throwing back. And now bearing his head into the chest of Yigit. And a short right hand as Yigit bull rushes and ends up on the canvas. Yigit complaining that he was kneed and is reaching for his jaw. The mouthpiece needs to be replaced.
Let's go. Put that one in.
No, I want that one. Let's see if he need him. Oh. Yes, Tess. Yes, he did. That wasn't nice at all. Yigit was complaining about a knee. Yes, it was a knee to the head. Woo. Left hook on the inside.
Trying to punch between punches right in the middle of the ring. Davis comes with a straight right hand. Now the series of punches up top. Long right hand. Yigit goes to the body. Takes a left hand to the body in that exchange. Right uppercut comes in. Right hand comes in and Yigit's in trouble here. Closing moments of round 8. Keyshawn Davis putting forth damage as it takes it to the bell in round 8. Oh! What a body shot! Brick City! He just got a brick to the belly! What a devastating body shot from Keyshawn Davis!
That's a knockdown.
Davis turning on the fire right now. Beautiful. Bolo-like scooping left, right hook down to the body. My goodness, he weaved underneath the left hook right there. Boom, right in the solar plex. Taking the life out of Yigit. Sucking it right out. Ooh-wee. Right to the solar plex. I can't believe Yigit got up from that shot. Extreme toughness from that man there, Yigit.
Fight high 32 power punches landed in round number 8. Scheduled for 10. Yigit absorbing a lot of punishment.
Tess, they need a sign on Davis that says, do not motivate. You see what can happen if you motivate. I'm going to call him a killer. That's what he is, a killer in the ring.
Trying to close the show right here. And that's it. Keyshawn Davis with a TKO victory over Anthony Yigit. Timmy, here's how it ended.
Yeah, checking his temperature. I mean, the last round, he dropped him with a body shot, so he came out blazing. Again, do not motivate this young man. Yigit has been enticing and trying to get this young man mad, and you see what can happen. I think the fight was stopped a little bit too premature for my liking. I know Yigit wasn't fighting back, but he was trying to defend himself well. He was tucking his guards up. You know, and look at his eyes. He looks perfectly fine right here, but the referee steps in and says, I've seen enough of it.
To that point, Yigit had absorbed 183 total punches, 46 body shots, including the brutal knockdown moments before that in the 8th round. And power punch percentage of Keyshawn Davis was 55%. Timmy, you abide by the rule that if power punch percentage hits 50, fight is over.
The fight is over.
It's a TKO.
It's going to be a TKO
55% of his power punches landed. Let's make it official. Here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, referee Benji Estevez calls a stop to this bout at 21 seconds of round number 9, declaring your winner by technical knockout and still WBO Intercontinental and US WBC lightweight champion, Keyshawn, the businessman Davis!
Remember, we're moments away from a major announcement and a live visit with world champion Josh Taylor and former undisputed champion and former undisputed lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez.